But I'm not totally dissing on alcohol, because I won't lie, I've had a lot of good times in alcohol. I'm kind of drunk now. But like there was this one time, I was hooking up with this chick and I was kind of drunk, and just for whatever reason, I stuck my finger in her ass, and she liked it. Yeah! Oh, she loved it. So I told my friends about it, and they thought it was kind of funny. So one of my friends tried it, and he's just doing it with this chick, and he sticks his finger in her ass, and without missing a beat, she just fucking sticks her finger in his ass, and he liked it. So alcohol, you might learn something about yourself along the way, but that just really goes to show you, females are they're so unpredictable. I had this girl one time, and she told me I needed to be more sensitive, and I called her a fucking pussy. And when we broke up, she told me that we were two different people. And I said, well, of course you need two different people for a relationship, otherwise it's just masturbation. But I figured it wouldn't work from the start, because I have to admit, I gotta get something on my chest. I love wrestling, like professional wrestling. It's like soap opera for guys. And like she didn't like that. She was not down for that at all. But it's my dream one day to open up a Hulk Hogan themed sandwich shop called Hogan's Heroes. And one day when I get a house, I'm gonna have like this little trigger, and when you walk in, it's gonna play like fucking The Game by Motorhead. And then like all these fireworks, like, pew, 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 all these fireworks are gonna go off, and then like all of a sudden, it's like Bruce Buffer is gonna come out and be like, weighing in at 155 with a 30 rack, Nate's friend Eric. I gotta admit, I love wrestling, but I'm a little concerned about the pyrotechnics, because I don't want to pull like a great white and just burn all my friends alive. But I don't really mind like the cold weather in Maine. I'm kind of used to it. But I really, what I love about winter, especially, is the Winter Olympics. I love hockey. Does anyone like hockey? Yeah. Hockey is the shit. But I figured out the other day that hockey was probably invented by angry figure skaters that couldn't find a partner. And the other thing that I love about hockey is the ridiculousness of curling. And if you don't know what curling is, it's that sport where they take a little stone and they slide it down the ice, and they try to get it like on the target. And these guys are serious about it. And like, these guys are like the most unathletic motherfuckers like you have ever seen. They look like fucking retired football players. They're just like, and they're going crazy with that broom. And I decided that, maybe I should do curling. I could bring a little excitement, because that's like, curling is like the only sport with no controversy. And how could you bring controversy to curling? You couldn't. There is no like John McEnroe of curling. You're using like illegal brooms and steroids. Like, no, I got it on the target. Fuck you. That just doesn't fucking happen at all. But I watched that on TV a lot, and then I used to watch a lot of TV before I moved into my apartment, and I just couldn't afford it anymore. But I am really, really addicted to educational programming. Like the Discovery Channel and shit. Like I saw this program on the History Channel about this student in World War I who he fell like 15,000 feet from his plane, and he landed on some like brush and some snow, and like he survived. Like he fell from his like 15,000 feet and he survived. Like, what would you do if you fell 15,000 feet from a plane? You just look up, like look around, make sure nobody saw that. Just like brush yourself off. Like walk back to like the camp. Like, aren't you on a mission? Yeah. Where's your plane? I left it over Berlin. But actually, another program I saw was surprisingly interesting. I'm not really religious at all, but I saw this program on the Vatican, and I was like thinking, man, fucking Pope, he has the big ass hat. And like, I wonder like what he keeps under that hat. And I surmised maybe it's a smaller pope. And like, it's like those Russian dolls and you keep removing layers and they just keep getting smaller until you get like a little pocket pope. Like an eye pope. And you know who else is really funny? Hats, those fucking, those dudes that drive like the little cars, the Shriners. You know what I'm talking about? In the 4th of July parades, man. Like when I was a little kid and the first time I saw the Shriners, I didn't even know what to make of that. This is these old dudes like driving around like little cars, and like I wonder like, did they have to go to like mini driver's ed? Do they have like midgets that work on those fucking cars? Like that's the shit. Do you get one? Like when you join, do you automatically get like one of those little cars? Because they're so fucking, sign me up. That looks like the shit. But you know, I'd like to take like a serious note right now and get a little heavy on you guys. You know, I'd like to think that my comedy has a message, and that message, you know, is you know, stay the course. I'd like to tell you a little inspirational story that I know. A guy named Little Nicky Sixx from a band called Motley Crue, right? Nicky Sixx, one time, he injected heroin.
Great role model.
And he overdosed, and he went to the hospital, and he was clinically dead, and then he was revived, and then he went home and he shot up heroin again. And you know, just the message is, fucking, if you fall off that horse, you gotta fucking get back on it. And you know, I love the little sayings that we have like that in society, like, you know, fall off your horse, get back on. Like a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. That's a great advice unless you're a diabetic. And I wouldn't even know what to do actually if I was a diabetic, because I survive off of like junk food. I have a terrible diet, and I eat like a lot of like sugary cereal. And one thing I noticed is that about cereal is that fucking, I gotta say, first of all, I don't know who Toucan Sam's fooling, but you know, Fruit Loops, that's just Cheerios' gay cousin, alright? I gotta get that off my chest. And second of all, Captain Crunch is a fucking pedophile, and we need to stop him right now. Because he's turning kids into cartoons and fucking molesting them on his pirate ship so he can fuck them, and that is not right. We need to stop that. Yes, we need to stop that! Thank you. I'm glad I got a round of applause in the pedophile joke. What a crowd. What a great audience.